Hi friends, I'm Jennifer Scott and welcome back to my channel. I am so glad you're here. Today is video number 101. Who cares? I did my 100th video. It was posted the other day. I am so glad I met that milestone. It's kind of like, when you're doing a baby's age and month and you're like, oh, she's 37 months. Nope, we're not doing that anymore. I made it to 100. Who cares what the numbers are from here on out? No matter what the day, I am so glad you're here. Today I'm going to try and give you a shorter video. The last two have been a little bit long. Maybe you haven't made it to the end. Maybe you have. If so, drop me one of those sparkly heart emojis that I love so much in the comments below. That way I know who my real makeup girls are. Anywho, today we are going to try out 3 new products that I picked up recently when I was at Sephora. I wanted something that was kind of glowy. Now I know all makeup at this point is kind of glowy, but I wanted to try out some new products, so I have 3, and we're going to see if we can get like a natural glowy face. If that sounds like fun to you, give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you already haven't. What are you waiting for? It's free to join, but it'll cost you if you unsubscribe. I will find you. I'm just kidding. Am I? All right, friends, let's play with some new makeup. So today I only have on my skincare, sunscreen, I did my eyebrows, and a little lip gloss. There's nothing else going on. And normally this would be pretty natural for me. I would also throw on some lashes, maybe a little cheek color bronzer. No, it has to stop somewhere. So that's what these products are, hopefully gonna help with. All right, what did she get, you wonder? From Melt Cosmetics, I picked up their new Sex Foils. Ooh, sexy. What they are is just a liquid highlighter. They come in 4 different shades, so I thought, yes, please. I love myself a liquid highlighter. Let's see how this works out. And from Iconic London, I picked up their Radiance Booster. My friend at Sephora, Amanda, was telling me that she uses this like a foundation. She says it's a very light sheer coverage, but it just gives the most beautiful natural finish. It is technically like a radiance booster, so it can be used as a highlighter, it can be used under foundation, it can be used mixed with foundation, it can be used with tons of things. We're gonna give her a try. And lastly, if you saw a bronzer video I had done earlier in the summer, it featured Say, their Sun Melt bronzer, a cream bronzer that I was checking out to see if it was a dupe for Chanel's cream bronzer. Well, I received a comment from one of my viewers. Hey there, Carol Liskovitz. She suggested the Danessa Myricks cream bronzer. So of course I had to pick that up. If you guys are gonna take the time to suggest something, then I'm gonna try it. All right, let's get it going. All right, so from Melt, I have their Sex Foil. I'm not gonna lie, I tried it once the other day. I put it back in the box. I have no idea why I did that because I don't need this freaking box. It comes in 4 shades. I have Stargazer. It's $39 for 1 ounce, so she ain't cheap. So like I told you, I did try it the other day. I have a feeling there's a variety of ways you can use it. Now, I love a liquid highlighter. I like to put it over top of my foundation to just kind of, high points of the cheeks. You know how we all like to do our highlighting, but I also like it for body highlighting. So always make sure to shake these things vigorously. The little mica products will settle to the bottom, and you want to make sure you're not getting a big glop of oil out, followed by a little bit of mica. Now, what I noticed the first time I used this is you have to be very careful how much pressure you use on the pump because a lot comes out and you only need a little. Oh, see what I mean? There was a little squeeze and a generous amount came out. For me, first and foremost, I love using liquid highlighters on the body. As you can tell, this one here is kind of like a champagne-y one. I like to use it right on my clavicle and actually all over my décolleté. For those of us who have sun damage, it really helps minimize or kind of reflect away like the visualness of the sun damage. So I can show you right here, using it right on my collarbone. It's very subtle. Can you see that? Like I said, it's very subtle. I have another liquid highlighter that I've used for a long time and I'm a big fan of. Unfortunately, you can't get it anymore, but I'm going to put it on here just to give you a comparison as to how vibrant some liquid highlighters are compared to others. Now, you will see that this one here is very, very reflective, and blending it out is really important. So comparing the two side by side, can you see a difference? I have a feeling you can. Now, I am just bougie enough that sometimes I'm gonna want a beaming highlighter and sometimes I'm going to want a more subtle highlighter. And if that's too bougie for you, you can always just buy a beaming highlighter and cut it with either a little bit of facial oil, like a squalane oil, or you can mix it in with your moisturizer or even your foundation. All right, getting back to the Sex Foil highlighter from Melt Cosmetics. It is very, very understated, shall we say, which I am not, but sometimes I could stand with a little understatement. All right, so I'm going to put a little more on my hand. I'm going to rub my fingers together, and this is said to have a radiant finish that can be applied with your fingers, your sponge, or your brush. So let's just go in. Now I'm going to apply on my cheeks, down my nose. I'm going to tap a little bit on my forehead. Let's give a little bit on the chin. Patting that in. It actually feels like nothing on the skin. I'm not feeling anything, which is super delightful because you don't want to feel something on your face. And I gotta say, this has a really lovely radiance to it. I'm not feeling shiny or greasy or glittery at all. I just think that I look a little radiant. Now, for those of you who have perfectly clear skin, not a freckle, not a bump, nothing, you can wipe this all over your entire face and you would look adorable. If I were to do that, I might look a little bit crazy unless I were going to use it as the base and put my foundation over top, which in the future I will definitely be doing. Now, one thing I always like to do when I'm going with this more natural look is I like to put some more on my finger, kind of tap it off a little bit, and then just go on the tops of my eyelids, right under the brow bone, just to give a nice little highlight up there. Now, I had already done my eyebrows today, so let's see if I can keep this out of my eyebrows. I probably can't. Now, because I don't want it creasing when I'm, blinking with my lids opening and closing, I'm just going to pat very gently around to make sure there's going to be no creasing. And there we go. Super subtle. It doesn't look makeup-y. I just look a little fresher. Yeah, I'm really liking how this isn't glittery. Like, that's a big deal to me. And it's also not greasy. It's just radiant. So Sex Foil in the shade Stargazer is perfect for those of us who are kind of pasty and a little splotchy, blotchy, red and freckly. I like it. Next, I want to go into the Iconic London Radiance Booster. This I'm super curious about. This again is also $39 for 1 ounce. You are also supposed to be able to use either your fingers, a beauty sponge, or a brush to apply. It comes in 10 shades, and I have the shade Sand Glow, and it is supposed to give you a luminous underglow or a subtle highlight. The coverage is light and supposed to leave a radiant finish. All right, so I wrote some of the ingredients down because I really wanted to highlight this to you guys. This I found very interesting. So among the ingredients, it contains squalane, glycerin, peptides, shea butter, and ascorbyl palmitate. Those are all like in skincare ingredients that most of us are familiar with. The ascorbyl palmitate, that's actually a stable form of vitamin C. Now for me, that's a little triggering because I have issues with vitamin C. It makes me break out all the time. So I'm hoping that A, it's either low enough down on the list so it is like very low in concentration, or that it's working with other ingredients so it won't bother me. Either way, I will be using this for several days so I can see what it does to my skin. If it breaks me out, then I'll have to pass it along to somebody else. But the fact that this has all these like skincare, moisturizing, loving ingredients is huge. It's almost like this is like a makeup / skincare, and I love that. All right, let's give a little try and see what the color, Sand Glow looks like. So there we have it. Spread it out. Yeah, now see, it does have like a foundation feel to it. And as you can see, as I spread that little pump out all over my sun-damaged hand, it's actually really nice. Now, I'm concerned that that color is going to be a little bit much for me, but let's see. It's pretty. All right, let's pull in this mirror. Let's push back this hair. I'm going to use just 1 pump, and let's see how far we can get on the face with it. I'm really rubbing generously between my fingers. I'm going to go over top that highlighter and spread it around and see how far we can get. First off, I'm glowy. Okay, so right off, I am very glowy. That is not a big deal to me though, because I do have from Kosas, where is that? Here it is, their Cloud Set Powder, which is perfect for when you have like a glowy makeup, but you don't want to do away with the glow, but you really want to take down the shine. So I would definitely use this over top. Now, this is more of an all over glow than I would normally go for, but that's okay. We're not done. I'm actually going to just pat a little bit of this onto my eyelids just because my eyelids are a little pastier than the rest of my face, so having them stick out and be super white is never the goal. I am going to go in with my Beauty Blender just a little bit to make sure I am even everywhere. There we go. I am evened out. I think that took down the glow just a smidge. So now we are ready to try the bronzer from Danessa Myricks. As you can tell, I haven't even been in it yet. I haven't seen it since I tried on the tester at Sephora. Ooh, I have the shade Light. It's about a half an ounce for $26. And there you have it. It is definitely a lighter shade of bronzer, which I wanted because, well, with the upcoming colder months ahead of us, my skin is going to fade and I will definitely only be using light bronzers. So as far as a cream goes, let's see how this feels. Oh, it is very creamy and very buttery. It almost feels like butter, like my finger was melting it, which is really promising. The Say Sun Melt Bronzer is a little stiffer and not as creamy, so I'm really interested to see how this is going to work. Now, here again, it says you can use your fingers, you can use a brush or a beauty sponge. Well, I have some on my fingers, so I'm going to just dab it around and then I will tap it out with a sponge. Let's start just up here. And I have a feeling that this is going to mattify me in areas and really help take down that overall shine that I have going on from the Iconic Radiance Booster. All right, I'm just going to place it. This is not too far off in color from the Radiance Booster. So blending this is actually very easy when the colors are so similar. Now I'm using it for a little bit of like a contour shade right there because I really like how it is taking down the overall glow. I'm going to go in on the other side of my face with a brush to see how I like that application. I always like applying with brushes, you know, cream products. I just feel like they give a really nice blend. I think it gives you a nice amount of control. I'm not huge into using my fingers, as some of you may know. I don't know. I trust my tools. All right, so I am doing a little bit of minor contouring, but I'm doing it to kind of not only warm up the face, but take down some of that shine from the Radiance Booster. It may sound like I don't like the shine from the Radiance Booster. I do. I just want to control where it is. Yeah, I really like using this brush for applying this. It's super nice. I love the creaminess of this product. I think it's a little creamier than the Chanel. It's not as dry as the Say Sun Melt. I think it's really, really great. If some of you aren't familiar, Danessa Myricks is an African-American woman who was a self-taught makeup artist. She's worked for many companies over the years, and she has since started her own makeup brand, which at my Sephora store, there isn't a lot of products, but there are some, and I've really been enjoying some of them. One of my favorites is this Color Fix. There are tons of shades. This is the coolest product. You can use it anywhere, face, lips, eyes. That's one of the greatest things about her line, is that because she was forced to learn how to use products for, you know, multi-purpose, multi-place, multi-people, she really didn't, you know, label what products should be used for. She would just use them wherever she thought they would work. And because of that, she now has this incredible line of products that are multi-purpose. Okay, so right now I am liking this a lot. I feel like I'm getting kind of that natural, summery, sun-kissed look. And I really, really like this bronzer. I want to thank you very much, Carol Liskovitz, for recommending it. It is gorgeous. Now, this bronzer comes in 2 other shades. I have it in light. It also comes in medium and deep, I believe is the other one. And in the reviews, people talk about using the deeper shades for contouring. So I might be picking up a deeper shade to contour with, because this is a really like easy to use, easily blendable, pretty finish. This is a really good product. I can't stop staring at myself. All right, I want to try one other thing. I want to use this on my eyes. Let's see how that works. I just want to go in the crease a little back and forth to give a little bit of shape and definition to my eyes. Even though I had put that highlighter in there, what's wrong with a little more of something else? Oh, that's so nice. For my natural days And you natural girls out there, this is really a great thing to try. All I did was put it in the crease and buff it around. Like nothing. Easy peasy, no big deal. These eyebrows are gonna need attention again because I have gone a little crazy with the product around it. All right, all I did was touch up my lashes, add a little bit of the Item Beauty mascara that I had reviewed last week, and threw on a little bit of lipstick from YSL. Like I mentioned, I'm going to use the Kosas Cloud Set. I have the shade, I think it is Feathery, and I'm going to use it just in targeted areas. I like using this tiny a little blendiful here from Toddy to get just in this area right around my nose and cheek where I have larger pores. That's an area I don't want to be shiny because I don't want to draw attention to those pores. So I'm just gonna dab that in and a little bit right here in between my eyebrows. I'm leaving the rest to glow, and let's see what we think. So for me, this is a very natural yet glowy look. I really like this. I don't do things like this that often because honestly, if I'm gonna be natural, I'm probably just running the grocery store, so who cares? But to amp it up when I wanna be natural, like I'm lazy and we're going out, I think this is pretty. It's all very neutral, but yet it looks fresh. I like it. Now, like I mentioned, I love using products like this on the body, and I would actually get a lot of use out of this on my arms and shoulders. I just like these areas to have a little extra shimmer and shine, but not look like I'm covered in glitter. Can you see that? I think that these three products actually gave me a nicer look than I was anticipating. What do you think? If you're using any of these in a different way than I am, let me know in the comments below. I would love to know how you're using them. I'm of course going to continue to play and try and figure out how things work best for me because that's the fun thing about makeup. It can be used in so many different ways. Mix it with your foundation, mix it with your moisturizer, use it on your décolleté, use it on your legs, use it on your shoulders, use it wherever you want. All right, friends, that's it. A short and sweet, natural and glowy look. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you like natural glowy looks, give this video a thumbs up. If you like puppies and kittens, give this video a thumbs up. Can you tell I'm a whore for a thumbs up? As I said in the beginning, this whole video was inspired by a comment from one of my viewers, Carol Liskovitz. Had she not suggested this, I probably wouldn't have got these other products. So I want to thank you, Carol. If the rest of you have products that you just love, let me know. I would love to be inspired by them and have a video dedicated to you. Well, friends, as always, I want to thank you so much for being with me, and I'll see you real soon. Mwah.